The old lab rat here. This is a introduction to a series I am doing on a new energy field that I have been researching. But if you have followed me through, particularly when I started with my dowsing research videos, and when I came across the marker fields, I had to produce a series called the Spirit Field Research, because there was a type of energy fields, a classification of energy fields that I would put into a spirit field because the way they act. And then I went into researching Viktor Grebennikov and the cavernous structure effect, really trying to see if I could replicate his levitation effect. And that time-space effect that he got, I was not able to reproduce that, but I was able to validate what he had found. And while I was doing this, I also stumbled onto a strange energy field that I am going to classify as Field 45. Field 45 means this, that if this is up and down, according to gravity, and a wing is at a 45-degree angle from perfect up and down, there is a field that develops over this at the 45-degree angle. Or if a wing is moving sideways, here is up and down, if that sideways flapping wing like you would see on a beetle or on a hummingbird, if that wing is at 45 degrees, there is a field that forms above it. Here is a simple demonstration of this. Here I have just two plastic spoons that I got from Walmart and broke off the handles and glued them on here. The important thing is that the plastic is not touching. There has to be a composition change between the two wings. So they have to be the same composition, but in the center there has to be a change. Whereas on a bird or a beetle there is muscles in the middle where there's a different composition to the wings. But if you look at the base of this, and these spoons look like very much like the elytron of a bug, but you can see at the base of those is basically at that 45-degree pitch, that flat spot there. Over this setup, if you put a line across here, the tops of the wings, 1 inch up from that line going across, that field starts. And it continues all the way up to 2 inches above this wing. And one of the fascinating things about this field is this field acts like light. If I stick glass into it, or if I hold this underwater, that field will flare up into the water at a 45-degree angle. And if I hold like a fiber optic line into that at the 1 inch mark above the level of the top of the wings, I can only have one line that would activate. If I put in a whole bunch of lines, only one of them will activate. If I go up to 1.5 inches above the top of these wings, I can get two lines, fiber optic lines, to activate. And when I say activate, I mean the energy will flow through the fiber optic line. But if I go 2 inches up, I can get a whole myriad of fiber optic lines to fire off, provided I have the fiber optic lines entering into that field at a 45-degree angle. So look at this research piece. I have the wings. The bottoms of them are at 45-degree angle. I have them underneath this wire. The wire is bent at a 45-degree angle. The base of the fiber optic lines is 2 inches above these wings. And this field will flow out all of these. And this is really, really fascinating. And I wanted to see what this energy does. And when I work with this energy, I can actually detect it over my body. But one thing I found is that using just one of these split like this, that over time it becomes unnerving. And so then what I discovered was I can actually, what I would call, split the energy field. So here is the next research piece. Same plastic spoons, same wire bent at a 45-degree angle, same fiber optic lines splitting off. And I have about 45 fiber optic lines in this batch here. And I took about 5 of them and I bent a wire and I have them coming over here and I have them firing into the bottom of the next set of fiber optic lines, which is about 45 of them. And about 5 of these strands go into the next fiber optic set. And same thing up here. Goes into the next one. And all the way to the top. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this energy goes into the next set and is split, and is split, and is split, and is split. And I find that I can leave this one running and I do not get that unnerving feeling. But the other thing that I found with it is this is a stimulating energy. And I have to shut this off before I go to bed, because if it's running, I have a hard time taking a nap or going to sleep. Why it does that, I do not know.